check this out, and then I'll be back.
Tough love from a friend? Pull over. The order came from Hector Lamarck, my golfing buddy and friend, the guy who was sitting in the cart with me as we approached the ninth hole of the Bighorn Golf Club in Palm Desert. It was a beautiful Southern California day, but I hadn't really noticed the lush greenery or warming sunlight. I'd spent the first 8 holes bitching to Hector about all the bastards I'd had to deal with at my previous company. Come to think of it, I'd been whining about them for a lot longer than 8 holes, probably more on the order of 12 months. That's how long it had been since I'd been removed from my own company, the one I founded and grew by the sweat of my brow. Hector wrote something down on his scorecard. I didn't love the way he looked at me as he handed it to me. On the scorecard was a simple phrase: what you think is what you say. What you say is what you do. What you do is what you're known for. It's your legacy. Then he looked me in the eye and said, if you want to know where you're going in the future, just listen to what you're talking about right now. And what you're talking about now is everything that went wrong in the past. He continued, his eyes steadily holding mine. So you're only going to find more of what you're focused on, the things going wrong. And until you find what worked in the past and what you would do differently in the future and accept responsibility for what you screwed up, you have no choice but to continue to fail forward. You are an amazingly talented person, but if that is what you are going to choose, to learn nothing and be the same, I refuse to be with you as your friend, because you, Brandon, are better than that.
So let's think about that. What you think is what you say. What you say is what you do. What you do becomes your legacy. What kind of legacy do you want? Let me give you an example of the kind of legacy I want. When we lost our first adoption, the person that we were going to adopt, Isaac James, he was taken from us in an instant. He called us and said, we want the baby back. I knew instantly what I had to do. I thought, I can't rebel, and I can't complain. And so I told people, when they asked me, what are you going to do? I told them I'm not going to do anything because God has a better plan in mind. And I told them that, I don't know if I told them once, I told them 100 times. And what you think is what you say. And what you say is what you do. About 2 months later, Jessica was pregnant with Seth. And when she found out she was pregnant with Seth, I knew everything was going to be okay. I knew that we were going to have this baby. Even though she hadn't been able to have a baby, she had had 12 miscarriages. I knew in my heart have there been other times when I have said the wrong thing and gone down the wrong path? Absolutely. But those times, I also knew that things were my fault when things didn't work out the way that I would want them to. Here's an example. Still fighting with this today. One single time, I thought, when we bought our new house, God gave us a piece of garbage. And I said God gave us a piece of garbage. I said it once. And I've been paying for that for 3 years. Because my wife has repeated it, my son has repeated it, and I don't know how many other people are repeating it. But the bad goes on as well as the good. And I have to live with it. The house is not the best house, but it can be worked with. It can be made into something decent. So there's your example of one good thing and one bad thing, or one good way of doing it and one bad way of doing it. Whether you're telling yourself, I'm no good, and saying to people, I never do anything right, nothing ever works out good for me, blah, blah, blah. All of those negative things you keep focusing on, they will keep coming back to you. But if you change and you start saying the positive things, hey, that worked out good for me this time, I'm gonna remember that. Things don't always work out bad. Remember that time that things worked out good for me, and I was thankful for it. Then things will begin to change for you, and you will find that more good things happen. I have many other good things that happen, even though I've been paying for that one thing for 3 years. I have many other good things that happen to me. I am thankful and I am grateful. And I want you to experience the multitude of good things and only a few bad things. That's my prayer from my heart to you, whoever is watching this, whatever you are going through. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for the day. Thanks for watching. God bless, and see you next time.